Okay, so now that you are in a Khan Academy class, we're going to look at how you can see what assignments you have to do. So I'm going to come back up here. This is just Khan Academy's website. I signed out, so if you're not logged in, you can click log in. Again, you're always going to push continue with Google. And again, it'll bring up that window. You might have to click allow. It might log you in automatically. Depends on a few different settings. And this is what we call the learner home. So I can come up here where it says Grace Irene 11, and I could click learner home and it will take me to this home page. Now, if you're already in this learner home and you don't have any assignments up here in the top left area, then that means that either I haven't assigned assignments, the assignments might be late, or you just need to refresh your page. So sometimes it takes a little bit for these assignments to pop up. If you're already logged in and you don't see this, just come up here, click refresh, a little circle button up at the top left of your browser, and it should come up with some assignments. So these assignments are different types of assignments. There's a couple of video related ones, and there's a couple of activities. So let's look at these assignments. I'm going to click start. It doesn't really usually matter what order, although if there's video ones, which I believe this one is a video one, you'd want to watch the video before doing the activity because the video will tell you how to do the activity. And actually you can see right here we have, this is a play button, this is the play button. That just shows that these are videos, and then this is an activity. I'm going to click start here. It's going to come up, I'm going to silence it, but it's going to come up with a couple of examples of how to do some math problems. And then when you're done with the video, you can click next assignment, and then it'll actually go automatically to the next assignment in your list, and click next assignment. And then now I have a practice part. So this is the activity. I'm going to say let's go. And I've got a few dots down here. It says do 4 problems in the bottom right. I'm going to go ahead and do this problem. I was curious if quadrilaterals, these two quadrilaterals were congruent, so she tried to map one figure onto the other using transformations. It is not, she concluded it is not possible using a sequence of rigid transformations, so the quadrilaterals are not congruent. What error did Molly make in her conclusion? So I'm just going to pick a random one just to kind of show you here, and I'm going to check it. Now that wasn't right, which means I get a little gray dot here, and I get to try again. So I can try just randomly picking another one. Now obviously I don't want you to do that all the time. You should be learning from this experience. But if I really have no clue how to do this, I can click stuck, watch a video, or use a hint, and it'll give me some videos which are similar, if not the same as the videos you just watched, but you can also get a hint on this specific problem, and you can actually keep getting hints all the way down until it tells you the answer. Now, at the answer it says there's no error, this is a correct conclusion. So when I go and I click go back up and I change my answer to no error, I can check again. But notice it's still a gray dot here. And that gray dot just means that you got it wrong on the first try, which is okay, but the goal is going to be to get a 70% on each of these activities, which means that you need on the first try of each question to get it right 7 out of 10 times. Now, there's 4 questions that you have to do, which means you'll actually end up having to get 3 of them right to get a 75. At least it's above a 70 or above. So this one I got wrong. Since I had to use a hint, it still counts it as wrong. So if you have to use a hint, know that it will not count it as a correct answer for you, even if you change it to the correct answer eventually. So here is another example. It says He was curious if these were congruent. He was able to map one figure onto the other using a reflection and a rotation. What error did he make? It looks like he reflected that correctly. Looks like he rotated pretty correctly. I'm not looking for sure, but let's just say there was no error. Let's see if I'm right here. And I was right. Great. So notice I have a green dot now, and it made a nice little sound for me. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it says, nice work, 2 questions done, keep going, and then I click next question, and I'm just going to click some random answers here. Not right. Let's check another one. That one's correct, but notice it's gray because I didn't get it right the first time. And then here's one more question. Let's just pick B. Not right. A. That was correct. Again, gray because I didn't get it right the first time. Then I click Show Summary. And it says I got 1 out of 4 correct. But I really need to get at least 75%. So I'm going to click Done here. But you'll notice that the activity here, the star one, I only got a 25% on. So if I want to, actually, and you need to get, like I said, at least a 70, you click Try Again, and then it'll let you do it again. Now it'll be different questions, but the same types of questions, and then you can do the same thing again, trying to get at least 3 out of the 4 right on the first try. And you can keep doing that until you get at least a 70%. And what I will do is I will count a 70% as a completed assignment, basically. So you need to at least get a 70% on those. I think that's all you'll need to get started with this. Again, let's see, if we go down to the end of this video, and you keep clicking next assignment and onward and all those things, these won't, I believe, ever change into anything except for start. It'll only be these stars that change into completions, which is fine. These don't have to change to anything else. It's just these activities, these stars, that need to change to completions. So that is all you'll need to get to assignments and to get through an assignment. And I hope that covers anything you had a question about with that.